Hello everyone again, and welcome back to the channel for another video. So you're probably wondering why I've got a whole pile of stuff next to the A45 and why I've got a chair, but I'm going to talk through it. So what we're doing just now is we're preparing to go on a 4,000 mile long Euro trip in the A45s, and I thought it would be a good idea to do a video to show the amount of preparation that's required to take a car from Britain all around Europe. So there's a lot of stuff, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go through it. So if you're ever going to prepare for a Euro trip, you can follow this rule set, because I can assure you I've done a lot of work. So hope you enjoy this educational video, prepping for a Euro trip in the A45. Hello and welcome back to Dreamscape Automotive again. Welcome to Dreamscape Automotive. Okay, so welcome to the chair. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through the list of destinations that we're going to, so that everybody on the channel understands exactly what the trip is. And I'm going to be vlogging the whole time, obviously, so I'm going to keep everybody up to date. So we're starting here from home. I'll be going down to Renfrew in Glasgow to pick up Liam, who is my co-pilot for the trip. We'll be going from Renfrew all the way down to Folkestone, where the Eurotunnel is. Now, there is a surprise stop off somewhere around Bedford, but I'll leave that for the day, because it's a good one. So we're going to go through the Eurotunnel. We're going on the Eurotunnel quite late at night, and then we're going to land in Calais in France, and we're going to stay over in Calais. Once we've stayed over in Calais, we're going to get up in the morning nice and early, and the first destination after that is Amsterdam. So we will be spending a day and a night in Amsterdam, somewhere that myself and Liam have frequented over the years, so it'll be nice to have the car there. We're going to drive from Amsterdam the next morning to the Nürburgring. Obviously, you have to do the Nürburgring. We're not going to stay at the Nürburgring, we're going to spend a whole day there, and then in the evening we're going to head from the Nürburgring to Stuttgart. And we're staying in the Radisson Blu Porsche Tower, which is quite nice. Then in the morning after that, we are going to drive really early in the morning to A45. So I'm going to take the A45s Amg back to its spiritual home at the AMG factory, which is probably the coolest thing that I think I might have ever done. We're going to do a tour of the A45 AMG Museum, and then we are going to leave A45 and we are driving to Lake Como. Lake Como is a destination that I would probably have caught a flight to, but we're going to drive there, so that's going to be unbelievable. We're staying in Lake Como overnight, then we're going to go from Lake Como into Switzerland into Furka Pass, which is one of the easiest accessible petrol-head mountain passes at this time of year. We were going to do Stelvio Pass, but it's still closed in May due to the snow, so we're going to do Furka Pass, which obviously I'll catch on camera. We're then going to drive from Furka Pass to Montreux in Switzerland, which is on one side of Lake Genève. We're going to stay there overnight, which unbelievable scenes from what the hotel looks like on the website. Anyway, then we're going to drive from Montreux and we're going to go all the way around Lake Genève, which is going to take us about 2 hours, and we're going to stop off again on the other side of Lake Genève in Geneva, and we're going to get there as early as we can so that we can actually spend some time in Geneva. Once we get up in the morning after that, we're going to go to Monaco, which is obviously a big one that I've been really wanting to do for a long time, and taking the A45s to Monaco, especially when they're building the racetrack for the Grand Prix, is going to be really good. we're going to spend quite a bit of time in Monaco, so there will be a good vlog that day. We're then going to leave Monaco and we're going to go to Saint-Tropez, and we're staying in Saint-Tropez for the night. Again, want to get down to, you know, the main area where all the yachts and stuff are, and get to see the bay and stuff like that in Saint-Tropez. Then we're going to leave Saint-Tropez the next morning, and we think we're going to stay in Auxerre on the way up back the way through France, and then the next day from that we'll try and get from Auxerre all the way through France to the Eurotunnel, and we'll get as far home as we can. We're probably going to have to stop off in Manchester, somewhere like that, to get a sleep. So that is the extent of the trip. I have got on my calculations about 3,700 miles, but with some detours it could potentially be the 4,000 mark. So what I'm going to talk through today is the preparation that's required to go on a Euro trip. So you can see I've got a whole pile of stuff here. There's a lot of legalities around taking a Great British car to Europe, so I'm going to go over all of that so that anybody that's preparing for a Euro trip can just watch this video instead of having to go and figure it out on your own. So now that I've talked through the trip, let's have a talk through some of the stuff that you need to go on a Euro trip. Okie dokie, so one of the first important things that I'm going to take is the bar for taking the wheels off. Now, I'm not planning on taking the wheels off, but you just don't know what you might need to do at the side of the road. So we've got that, and that comes with some spare sockets, different sizes, for whatever you would need at the side of the road. So that is just in case you need to take your wheel off for whatever reason. You just don't know what's going to happen in nearly 4,000 miles of driving. On top of that stuff there, this car, along with a lot of AMGs, comes with that centre cap cover, which goes on here. So I'm taking that because it would be a real nightmare if you were at the side of the road and you didn't have that to take the centre caps off. In some European countries, it is the law that you keep high-vis vests with you at all times, so that if you have to exit the car on a motorway or at the side of a road, you've got that. So we've got two for driver and co-pilot, so always have that in the compartment as well, because if you get out the car and you have to go to the boot, you have to make sure that you've got this available to you. So that is there. Okay, there's a few legal things that I haven't got yet, but we'll go through them anyway. So this here is a German emissions sticker. So for any car that's coming from the UK into Germany, you need to pre-register it on the Germany government website, and they give you a German emissions sticker. That goes up here on the top of the windscreen, and we'll put that on in just a minute. There is another one which is a French vignette, which I've ordered but it isn't here yet, so I'm still waiting on that coming. And there's also a Swiss vignette, so we're going through Switzerland, so but now you don't get a sticker anymore, they just send it to your phone, and you get it as like an e-pass. So whenever you're going through customs in Switzerland, you just show them that, and that shows that you've already pre-registered. So when you're doing all those things, you have to put the registration details of the car, V5 number, VIN number, all that stuff in, and it basically pre-registers your car for coming. So you can do that stuff when you get to the country, but it is a whole load of hassle. The other thing that you should take with you is your V5 for the car, your owner's papers, because the police are going to want to see that if they stop you. And another thing that's recommended is a proof of address, so just so that the V5 and your driving licence and a proof of address matches, so that there's just nothing that the police could say or do for a lack of documentation. Okay, one of the last things for the kind of legal side of things is a first aid kit. Luckily this one came with the A45, so that just stays in the boot all the time, so you should always carry a first aid kit. I'm not sure if the police would check all this stuff if they stopped you, but you don't want to be in a position that they're pulling your car apart and asking you loads of questions and they don't speak English, and you know, you're struggling that way. Okay, so the last legal thing then. So it's important that you have an identification of where your car's from, so that is in the form of a registration plate on the rear of the car with the UK sticker there, as you can see. So I got this from a1showplates.com. my mate Liam got this, so thanks to Liam. We're going to put that on in a minute, but you always need like a UK/GB identification on your car, just so that when the police see your car from a distance, they know exactly where it is you're from. So that will be going on. Okay, so this is the type of thing that you should always keep with you. This is a socket set with lots of stuff in it. Again, I'm not planning on doing any roadside mechanics on a modern car, but you just don't know what you might come up against when you're in a foreign country, so it's always best to have some tools. And this is one of the most expensive things that you should take with you, a spare tyre. Now this car is 245 35 19-inch tyres, and every single time I try and get a tyre, it's on a 3 or 4 day back order. When you're on a trip of this nature and you've got a destination to be at every single day, it's best to carry a spare tyre in the boot of the car, because at least you could probably get yourself to the next destination, but you might get stuck there waiting on a tyre for 3 or 4 days, and then that obviously becomes a problem and it'll ruin the rest of your trip. So a couple £100, but definitely worth having in the car with you. And one of the last things that I'm going to talk about then is probably overkill, but we're going to take this 5 litre bottle of anti-freezing coolant. Where we are going, we're going to be getting, you know, different temperatures in different countries. We're going to be going through probably, you know, the UK, which is 15 degrees ish. Then we'll get to France, which I would imagine will be 20. Amsterdam will be around 20. Maybe when we get, you know, up towards Switzerland, it's going to be cold. Definitely at Furka Pass, it's going to be freezing. There's going to be snow. So we're going through loads of different conditions, and cars can sometimes use fluids when you're changing conditions like that. So it's always best to have some spare coolant. Now, the video that you'll have seen just before this was an oil change, so some of the routine maintenance that you want to do before you go, obviously make sure your tyres are good. These are 2 brand new tyres in the front, and the back tyres have got about 5mm on them, and they're all good tyres. All the brakes and everything have all got plenty of life in them, and obviously we've done the oil and filter change the other day. So when you're going on a trip to do 4,000 miles, you want to make sure that your car is absolutely prepped. So it's clean, brakes checked, oil change done, filter change done. Check your service requirements and make sure that you don't have any big requirements like any brake fluids or anything like that. And if you do have that, then definitely get it done. This car doesn't need that just yet. Okay, so I think that's everything that we've went through then. So we're going to have all this stuff in the back of the car, and along with clothing and preparation for different climates and whatnot. So what I'm going to do, there's a few extras that I've bought for the car that are just going to basically make the car visible that it is a Dreamscape automotive car and who it is that's driving it. So I think what we should do is we should put the regi plate on, we should put the German emission sticker on. I've got a couple of wee extras there and I'll go over them, but I think that's us went through everything. It all sticks okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to eyeball this, right? There's loads of sticky pads on here. Those smaller ones, I didn't realise they came with the Regi, but they're too thin because I've got those positions where the screws would go, so it has to come out. Beyond that, okie dokie. Right, I'm just going to eyeball this. Okay. Right, so that's us got the GB UK identifier on there, which is excellent. A lot of Eurotrip people do, and I've seen this on Daily Driven Exotics, but they get like, it's like a rally driver's name and a sticker. So I just thought that was pretty cool, so I'm going to put them on the side windows. I got these off eBay. So let's get the towel and make sure the window's dry and we'll get them on. There we go, that one looks good, doesn't it? So I've got me and Liam's names. I'm going to do one on both sides of the car. Obviously there's a Scotland flag on it, because you know I'm from Scotland, so it makes sense. There we go. That one above, there we go. I know this might be kind of cheesy to some people, right? But I guess it's like a kind of cool little identifier, so when people see the plate, the registration plate is from Great Britain, I don't want them to think that, you know, I'm just from Great Britain. I want them to know that I'm from Scotland, so it's a nice little identifier. And while that's setting, what we could do is jump round the front and we'll put the German emissions sticker on as well. Oh, you do it on the inside, that's why. Took me a minute to figure that out there, guys. Oh dear. Okay, that was a silly moment. I'll leave it in though. Right, here we go, German emission sticker on. Okay, so whilst we're waiting on them being ready to peel off, so I've ordered Instagram name stickers as well from eBay, where I've got at Dreamscape Automotive stickers, but they aren't here yet, so they'll be going on. So when you see the car in the vlogs on the Euro trip, you'll see those stickers on. So let's have a go at peeling these off. You should always like pull it back like this, because then it gives it the best chance of sticking. Oh, that looks great. There we go, I'm quite proud of that. I like it. Okay, same again on this side. Doo-doo. Nice. That looks fantastic. Right, let's have a look then. So, quick walk round. So, obviously those are just for fun, right? You don't need them, but they look cool. We've got the GB identifier plate, which is now on. Same on that side. We've got the German emissions sticker up there on the windscreen, and the French vignette will be there as well. And as I said, the Swiss one is on my phone. Okay, so I know that wasn't like any modifications or anything too exciting, but I think it's a necessary video, and as this channel is always about helping people, I'm hoping that anybody that's prepping for a Euro trip can follow this video. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm really looking forward to the Euro trip, and you guys are going to be following us every single day. So the first video will be out on Thursday, 9 AM UK time. That'll be Thursday the 16th, 9 AM UK time. I hope you're all ready to watch us go around Europe in the A45s Amg. So thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you at our first stop on the Euro trip. Cheers.